Good morning, everyone. My name is First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here, hopping on real quick to show you guys that there is a newly issued tornado warning for Hempstead and Nevada County, Arkansas. This lasts until 7 or 11:15 a.m. Central Time. And I'm just going to be diving in quickly to show you guys where the potential rotation is. Just zooming into Hope, just first of all, if you are in Hope, Arkansas, you're dealing with the heaviest of the rain showers right now. Make sure to get in your tornado-safe space or severe weather-safe space. In this case, it would be a tornado-safe space because we have the potential, or we have seen some radar-indicated rotation here near the area of Hope. And I believe it is right there. As you can see, winds blowing towards the radar near Hope, which is down to the south of us, as shown before with the white thing that just passed by. Those are radar scans there. The rotation is right here just south of Hope, and it is moving up to the north and east right now. So it could sideswipe the immediate area of Hope. So if you are in Hope, Arkansas, make sure to get in your tornado-safe space as of right now. Because there has been radar-indicated rotation detected here just south of Hope. And it should move off to the north and east here. Let's see, quick check of the National Weather Service on the details of this tornado warning. Radar-indicated tornado, or radar-indicated rotation, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs and windows and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely as well. And it also precautions you to move into an interior room. That is a place with as many walls between you and the outside of your home as possible, in a room that has no windows, whether that be a bathroom, whether that be a closet that you may have, no windows at all, and at least two walls between you and the outside of your home as possible here. Okay, so let's do a quick track on this, where this may be headed. Let's get a gist of where exactly it's heading here. It's heading mainly north and east here. So it may just sideswipe Hope. It may not be in the immediate area, but it is just south of Hope as of right now. So it is mainly moving north and east here. Just the last few scans show that it's moving north and east towards just south of Emmett, and moving into another county line into just south of Emmett as well. So let's do a quick track on that. Moving mainly north and east. So Centerville, you look to be in the path of this potential rotation. If it does tighten up, you definitely want to be in your tornado-safe space at that point. Centerville at around 10:48, so around 8 minutes from now, you have enough time to get in that tornado-safe space and protect yourself from what is coming on the way. Emmett, you guys will be to the north of this potential rotation, but it could move in your direction, which is why I have this area here shown. Prescott looks to be at the edge of this cone here, 11:07, and Laneburg at around 11:03 a.m. for today. Okay, let's see if there's any debris that has been lofting up associated with this storm or this rotation here. It does not look to be alarming here for instances where the debris would be lofted up in the air. Would see a mixture of blues here with the darkish red that you see, or the burgundy and the yellow here that you see. But you would see an area where it would be clearly blue if a tornado was on the ground. So as of right now, there is no tornado on the ground. And new updates from the National Weather Service say that circulation associated with the tornado warning south of Hope has slacked a bit in the last 5 minutes. There is still rotation there. We'll keep the tornado warning going on for now. So they're being pretty precautious about this system here, or about this specific rotation. They're going to keep it going on right now. As of right now, there's not a clear sign of rotation, but if you look at the velocity, it is some types of rotation, as you can see here. A little bit of some brighter red mixed into this green that you see here. Once again, winds blowing away from the radar in the red. It's showing a little bit of some brighter colors there. Once you see the brighter colors, that means higher wind speeds. And once we see it start to tighten up and you see more reds come or get close to those greens there, mainly for the lighter greens, closer to the lighter reds and the pinks there. That is what we would denote as concerning, very concerning. This situation is also concerning, but as of right now, The National Weather Service has been watching it, and we have been watching it here at KSLA as well. And the rotation has been weakening a little bit. So that is definitely a good sign as of right now. So we'll wait a couple more radar scans to see where it may end up within the near future. Okay. Just taking a quick look as a whole here, just allow the radar scans to develop and come in. We're still watching this large area of severe thunderstorm warnings as of right now. Let's overlap this with the radar picture. Okay, so we're still dealing with the severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Not much rotation has been detected far south of this system and moving up to the north here, but this is the first tornado warning of the day, and it is currently moving northeastward as of right now. It says it's moving at around 55 miles per hour, so moving pretty quickly here, moving northeast. It was located near Hope. Let's see if there's any more radar scans that have popped up. Okay, so we're seeing a little bit of weakening in terms of the winds blowing towards the radar, which is the green. Once we see mainly just red or just green, we'll be pretty much locked out or excluded out of this tornado risk here. We do have a risk for tornadoes, and as you can see, it has just wiped out. Wow, as I just said it. Spoke it into existence. Well, it's wiped out of this area. It has moved actually into just to the south and east of Perrytown, as I was just covering up. Excuse me for that. I was just covering up with my back there as I was just looking, but there is still a little bit of rotation just to the south of Perrytown, and still heading towards the south of Emmett right there. As you can see, those higher reflectivities denote the or higher colors, or the brighter colors, I should say, are denoting the winds blowing fast away from the radar, and a little bit of rotation showing with the winds blowing towards the radar. We're still watching this very, very closely here. I'm gonna actually look at the radar picture on my phone to see if it matches up pretty well. I see it rotating a little bit here. Okay, so we are still looking at this area of concern. It still seems to be concerning right now. And we'll be staying with this tornado warning as long as it's in our forecast area. Once it reaches the end of this tornado warning, we may be going back to regular programming. But as of right now, it's still in the area currently. It is currently moving still at 55 miles per hour. Let's do another track on this. All right, this is it right here, moving north and east at around 55 miles per hour. It's most likely to move south of Prescott and Emmett. So Laneburg at around 11 o'clock. I'm actually move this a little bit farther outwards. Let's see. All right, we'll move this a little bit farther outwards here. Okay, so Prescott, 11:05, just at the edge of the system. We could see it move a little bit more north and east, or it could most likely move within this cone here. Redland at around 11:13, 11:23 for Bluff City, 11:31 for Gurdon, which is just at the, or I believe that's Bluff City right there. And Gurdon is a little bit maybe, all the way up there. There, I just found it at the edge of our, actually just outside of our forecast area. So once it reaches these areas, we could be, I could gladly push you guys back to regularly scheduled programming here. But right now, we're still watching this potential area of rotation. As you can see, it's starting to curl up a little bit. That is a little bit concerning there. So if you're in any of those areas that I just listed or tracked out for you guys, make sure to get in your tornado safe space right now. There's a radar indicated tornado on the first alert Doppler radar as current right now, just south of Emmett. Actually, just south of Perrytown, excuse me. It's just south of Perrytown, and is moving northeast at around 55 miles per hour. Let's see if there's any more updates from the National Weather Service chat. Actually, let's check to see if the tornado watch has been updated. Okay, It has been updated. This is last until 6 p.m. tonight. I'm going to step off the screen for a little bit here just to show you guys the weather watches or the tornado watch that is in effect from now until 6 p.m. tonight. It includes most areas in our northwestern Louisiana, actually all areas in northwest Louisiana, and as well as some of our southern East Texas counties and southwestern Arkansas counties encompassed under this tornado watch. And actually the tornado watch is just right at the edge, the northern edge of the tornado. The tornado warning is at the northern edge of the tornado watch here for Hempstead County, and I believe that is Nevada County, Arkansas. So yes, that'll last until 6 p.m. tonight. Tornado watch is different from a warning. This does not mean warnings all over the area. Warning is that a radar-indicated tornado has been spotted, and it could potentially form into an actual tornado on the ground. But a watch is that all the ingredients are here, present in time, but it just hasn't formed a tornado yet. We still have the chance of a tornado to be formed here, so we definitely have to be very wary. Definitely have to have your tornado safe space if you're in any of these pink counties and parishes that are highlighted here. Okay, so there's a special weather statement that just came out. At 10:44 a.m. Central Time, Doppler radar was tracking a long line of strong storms extending from 7 miles west of Woodlawn to 6 miles southwest of Maydale. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow unsecure objects. Locations include Longview, Marshall, Jacksonville, Henderson, and the areas that I showed you here behind me. Okay, so the tornado warning has been canceled for Hempstead and continued for Nevada County, Arkansas. So the rotation has moved into Nevada County. And the radar scans have not caught up just yet. It's still at the same spot. It's just most likely in Nevada County right now, but we just have to wait for the radar scans to catch up to us. Let's see if the radar scope on my phone has caught up. Okay, so there's still pretty high winds as of right now, but it's not seeing a clear depiction of rotation right now. As of this radar scan, we're seeing just a tad bit of rotation currently, but with the new radar scans that are expected to come out, we could see this weaken out or flatten out a little bit. I believe the rotation is right here, just south of Emmett. We just have to wait for the radar scans to catch up here. Let's go back to it, see if they did. Okay, and it did catch up. And it did, in fact, flatten out just a little bit, I believe. Okay. Yes, it looks like it flattened out as of right now. It's looking more disorganized, and this it's looking more disorganized mainly because of how far away from the radar site it is. The radar site is all the way down here in Shreveport and Bossier. That little gray dot that you see here, that is the radar site. And the radar is actually pointed up maybe a half a degree high in the air, so it's tilted this way. So when it detects stuff really far out, it actually increases in height. So all the way out in Nevada County, we're detecting the rotation from really high up in the air, which is not really ideal for us not really an ideal situation for us to have, which is why our forecast area is so big. Because if it was all the way out here, we wouldn't be able to detect much in the air because it would be so high up in the air, and rotation is detected mainly closer to the ground. But as of right now, the rotation at a very high altitude has weakened a little bit. We'll still stay on just in case. If anything, if the National Weather Service sees any more rotation tightening up. But as of right now, it's flattening out, thankfully. So we'll take a quick look at the larger picture here. Still got some severe thunderstorm warnings, and look down the line to see if there's any potential for anything curling up here. We do see a little bit of some bowing here, as you can see, just west of Rodessa. I believe this is in East Texas. Okay, so bowing, I would say, is this right here. this little line here, this type of bow shape. As you can see, this promotes a damaging wind threat, where winds are pushing straight towards the south and west, or actually not this way. Excuse my. It's actually pointing to the north and west here, or north and east. The many cells that we have associated with this system are pushing off to the north and east, but the line is mainly pushing down to the south and west, or south and east. That's why I pointed down to the south and east, but it's mainly pointing up to the north and east here. As you can see, this whole system is moving eastward across the area. So I should stop saying west. Okay, I thought I saw a little something there. It's not showing any clear signs of anything right now. Let's take another quick look at our tornado warning up here in Nevada County. Still pretty broad rotation out there. Still pretty broad rotation and not really looking at anything too concerning right now. Let's take a quick look at future track just to give the radar scans a little bit of some catching up to do. As you can see, I'm going to move myself off a little bit off the screen here just to show you guys what's going on. So we have this low pressure system that is expected to bringing a line of showers and storms through the Arklatex as we speak here, and bringing some tornado warnings up there near Nevada County currently. But the model seems to be having a hard time showing that main line. The main line is depicted across the region, ranging from Nevada County, Arkansas, which is why I'm on the screen right now, all the way down to southern East Texas currently. And we're expecting this to continue to push through the region as we move throughout the rest of this afternoon here. But because it's so warm outside, down to the south and east here, we could see the increase in severe weather across the region. And as you can see, this line starts to move down to the south and east and start to intensify. In Shreveport and Bossier, if you're listening right now, you're in Shreveport and Bossier, we could expect this storm to be in the area by around noon to 12:30. And by around 2 o'clock, it should be down to the south and east, where the risk seems to increase there, because temperatures are already in the 70s down there near Natchitoches and to the south and eastern corner of the region in our Louisiana parishes. Just to give you guys a quick look at the convective outlook, this is the severe risks that we are talking about. And I was actually talking about this on the live stream. I was actually doing a live stream on the KSLA News 12 app and on Facebook, that tornado warnings are still possible in this green zone here. There's only a marginal risk of severe weather, which is level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, but tornado warnings are still possible within this zone. So we still have to be wary. We still have to be weather aware. We still have to watch out for the latest updates here on Facebook, our KSLA News 12 app, or website, and anywhere that you may see us here on air, as I am now. But right now, there is a tornado warning still being issued for Nevada County, which is technically in this green zone here, which is expected, was forecast to have a low risk of tornadoes, but I still voice the possibility of tornadoes happening anywhere from this green zone, yellow zone, and for the brown zone. The brown zone actually has the highest risk for tornadoes to occur here, down to the extreme south and east, mainly because of how warm it is going to be and how warm it is right now. Currently, we're dealing with the isolated showers down there near Natchitoches, but once this main line moves through, we're going to expect that front to potentially bring about a few brief spin-ups, similar to how we saw up to the extreme north and eastern corner of the region in southwestern Arkansas. And for this yellow zone as well, encompassing most of our southeastern corner of the region, including areas near Shreveport, Mansfield, Carthage, Nacogdoches, up here to the south, north and east here, some cities up here. As you can see, Shongaloo, El Dorado, Ida, Camden, just outside of the area, Bernice, and some areas in Bienville Parish and Red River Parish. You guys are in the slight risk of severe weather, which is a little bit higher than that green zone. And I was talking about the green zone being at a lower risk of having the severe threats of the damaging winds and the possibility for isolated tornadoes. But look at it now, it happened. So definitely important to be weather aware and be cautious about anything that may occur here in the Arklatex. Okay, let's go back to the radar picture here to see if there's any more radar scans that look concerning. Okay, so this is still within the, actually no, this is not it. Okay, still broad rotation, still looking very high up in the atmosphere. We can still detect rotation at this height, but it seems to be less likely to find the exact point of rotation of where exactly the potential rotation is. As you can see here with the radar picture beginning to like get a little less resolution, as I should say. And it's slowly moving towards the county lines outside, or it's actually in the midsections of Nevada County right now, just south and west of, south and east of Prescott. And I believe that's south of Redland as well, the potential rotation is. But it has flattened out right now. But as you can see, there is maybe still something right here to be concerned about, but it does not look to be too alarming right now. And by alarming, I mean jumping out at me that this is a signature that you should be concerned about. All right, let's look at the radar picture to see if there's any curling happening here. Maybe a little bit curling just south of Prescott, but the radar may be a little bit behind on that. But other than that, it doesn't look to be anything too alarming here in terms of a tornado possibly on the ground or radar indicated. Everything seems to be flattening out right now, so that is definitely a good sign. Still have your tornado safe space ready. Actually, I'm going to put this on the screen right now just to alarm you guys, just in case if you are watching. Let's say this is your home, right? Home or shelter. You want to be as far away from windows as possible. As you can see here, I'm going to step off the screen. This green area here, actually I'm going to stay here. Okay, so this green area here, shown in the green, that's highlighted. That is one of the best places to stay in the case of a tornado happening in your area or around your area. These areas are not good areas to stay because you'll want to meet the criteria of the center part of your house or shelter and be away from windows. And if you don't have any of these top two criteria, you'll want to cover your head with a helmet or anything to protect your head from anything coming in. Just checking the chat for any more updates. So this area is a good area to stay in because it does not have any windows and it has at least 2 walls between them or the person in here and the outside of your home. This one has a window. This room has a window. This one has only 1 wall between them and the outside, and the same with this room here. So definitely try to find somewhere in your home similar to this scenario if you are in Nevada County especially, because this line is moving through, promoting the damaging wind threat and the warned tornado that was radar indicated tornado that we are on air for here. And anywhere that is expected to receive this line here down to the south and east of this line, make sure to have somewhere like this in your home just in case if the tornado warning is issued for your area. Let's go back to the radar picture once again. Actually, let's take a quick look at the correlation coefficient to see if there's any damage. I know there wasn't before, and there still isn't right now. There still is not anything going on. So see if there's any more updates from National Weather Service to let us know if we can. Okay, they're sticking with the tornado warning until circulation clears our county warning area in 10 to 15 minutes. The circulation is not extremely tight on our radar right now. The radar center at Little Rock may not continue downstream because of that. So Little Rock also has a radar up here. I do not believe that we have it. Little Rock is right there. But once it leaves these county lines, I can safely say that I will push this back to regularly scheduled programming. But as of right now, we're looking pretty good in terms of those areas in Nevada County are looking pretty good in terms of the potential for a tornado forming. It's not looking likely. Severe warnings will likely continue on the robust line with Boeing segments. We have gotten several OBS observations of 50+ mile-per-hour wind gusts associated with it. So they're talking about Boeing segments like, I believe I had shown it before. There's not really much Boeing segments. I believe this may be a little bit of a Boeing segment here. Looks kind of like a bow and arrow there, sort of shape, and that promotes the damaging wind threat where winds are blowing directly towards the bow, or as of these cells here are moving up to the north and east. So they're mainly pushing towards the north and east here. The winds are going to be pushing towards the north and east. So I believe I'm going to stick with you guys for maybe 5 to 10 more minutes, just in case of this rotation possibly tightening back up. As of right now, there's not much rotation associated with it. It's almost left our county warning area. And it's not looking like it's going to tighten up anytime soon. Okay, so just to give you guys a gist of the severe risk that we can expect here, just to pass a little bit of time. Here's the severe risk that we can expect. Strong winds, elevated risk. Tornadoes, elevated risk. As shown before, it can happen. It can happen again as well. Large hail does not look to be so likely. Actually, let's take a quick look at the large hail. And actually, in just a second, I'll take a look at that in just a second. Heavy rainfall or flooding looks to be at the lower end of the scale here. So let's take a quick look at the hail threats right now. And I'll get back to talking about what to expect for tonight. And I'll be talking about the cooler air that is on the way. Actually, I'll be talking about that after I show the hail. We're expecting extremely cool air. So there's a little bit of hail falling in the tornado warned area. But other than that, nothing much really associated with hail for the region right now. And that gray area shows hail around ½ an inch, maybe less than that. So hail threat is not really a concern for us today. All right, let's take a quick look at our morning lows. After the system moves through, actually I'm going to take a quick look at future track. After the system moves through, we'll be dealing with very fast-moving northwesterly flow. Northerly winds will continue to flow through the rest of the night here. And by the time you're waking up on our Monday morning, temperatures look to be absolutely frigid in the 20s across the area. This is what we're looking at here. 21 for Idabel and DeQueen, 24 near Texarkana, 26 near Shreveport and Bossier, Coshada, Manning, Natchitoches at around 26 as well. We're dealing with very, very cold temperatures out there, or very low temperatures, as I should say. Temperatures aren't necessarily cold. They're a measure of energy. 23 for Minden, 24 in Homer, 25 for Ruston, as you can see. Low to mid 20s are across the area, are expected across the area tonight. And the temperatures right now are well into the 60s, some of us already in the 70s. So we're talking about we could see a 40 to 50 degree temperature change as compared to this afternoon to tomorrow morning. So make sure to bundle up. If you have extra covers out there in your home, 2-3 covers, bundle up tonight. You definitely don't want to turn your heat up a little bit high, because that's gonna run up those costs. But you definitely want to maybe turn the heat up a little, maybe a degree or two, maybe even 3 degrees, not too high though. But you also want to bundle up as you're walking out the door for Monday morning, just in case if kids are going back to school. Make sure they bundle up as well, wear the beanies, anything to cover them up and protect themselves from this cold, especially with the sharp, drastic change in the temperatures from this morning to tomorrow morning. Some people are likely to get sick. So definitely make sure to take your medicine and make sure to take the necessary precautions, take the vitamin C if need be, and make sure to bundle up. I cannot stress that enough. Make sure to bundle up as you're walking out the door tomorrow morning. These are the temperatures that we will be looking forward to through the rest of this week, actually, starting tomorrow. Lows will be in the 20s. Highs are expected to be in the 40s across the region. Let's see if there's any more updates from the National Weather Service. I believe this tornado warning expires in around 8 minutes or so. Okay, so it does not look to be tightening up at all. So I'm actually going to send this back to programming right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. If we do have another tornado warning that is issued, or if this rotation tightens up somehow before it leaves the area, I will be hopping right back on until it leaves the area. But right now, I pretty much have enough confidence that this rotation that was seen earlier ago, or just a little bit earlier in Hempstead County, has weakened, and we're still dealing with the heavy rainfall threat and the damaging wind threat. So make sure to have that tornado safe space ready, and to continue to stay weather aware through the rest of the daytime hours today. The system is expected to be finally out of the region by around 5 to 6 p.m., maybe even before that, as early as 4 p.m., though. That's the cutoff, and as late as 6 p.m. Thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure to stay weather aware.